Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday, April 2nd. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who joined our Zoom chat. That was so much fun. If you weren't able to join, don't worry. We're going to try and do a lot more, definitely every Wednesday, and then we'll try and do a couple more times a week. So I'll let you guys know when we do schedule another one. Like I said in our chat yesterday, if you guys want to keep chatting with friends, that's totally up to your parents. If they want to create a Zoom account, I believe it lets you do free meetings for 30 minutes. So you can create one and do that with your friends. It's totally up to your parents. But through Microsoft Teams, a teacher-led chat has to be scheduled first, okay? If you ever have any questions about work or you're really struggling with something and you want to request a Zoom chat with me, just put it in the comments of questions for Ms. Rodriguez and we'll try and schedule a Zoom chat for any questions you have. But for as far as lessons, we're not going to be doing lessons on Zoom chat. It's just a little crazy, too many kids at the same time. So we're going to stick to these video lessons, and then any questions, then we can chat or you can ask me. Okay. So today you have a pretty short lesson. Remember that it is a teacher training day. So I may not be available to answer your questions today and even Friday. Technically, it's kind of like a PD day that we would have at school. We wouldn't have any class. But I know you guys need to stay busy and need to keep practicing. So again, if you have time and you're able to do these lessons, great. And if not, no penalty for not doing it. Okay. So today's lesson, I'm going to pull it up over here. And don't my videos look better? My new computer. Actually, my old computer that I fixed. So today's lesson, I have it over here somewhere. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay. Lesson 13. So today's lesson, pretty simple. It's all about figuring out when to use mental math and when to write out a problem vertically, up and down. So what you're going to be doing, let me go ahead and get my writing tools. Now, since this is different, let's do green. I've never used this before. Oh, that's highlight. Never mind. Let's try this one. Right. Got it. Okay. I guess I can't do colors with this one. Maybe I can. That's okay. Oh, yeah, I can. We'll do purple. Yay. Okay. So, it's making a perfect circle. Okay, so we'll start off with our first page. Move it this way so you can see it a little bit better. Don't worry about what's going on over here. There we go. So we have solve using mental math. So in these questions right here, there's subtraction. And it wants you to use mental math, meaning we're doing it in our head, we're not writing it down. So these are pretty simple. As you can see, you do not need to regroup. They have 0 ones in most of them. Try your best to do it mentally. If you still need to maybe use your fingers every now and then, that's fine. But the point is that we just can do it in our head and do it fast without having to write it up and down. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is supposed to be a 6. Let's try it again. Okay. That's something that's going to take too long for a problem that you don't need to regroup and you can just easily do in your head. Okay. So mental math. Now down here, it says solve using mental math or vertical form. So you need to be the judge of looking at the question, at the problem and saying, can I do this in my head or do I need to write it up and down? So let's look at A, 138 minus 17. The way that you figure out whether you need to regroup or not is go through your place value one by one and see if you have more on top. On top, we're not writing it up and down, so it's technically not on top. But in the first number, if you have more to subtract from the second number. So let's go through this one by one. I need a different tool. That's not gonna, let me see. Maybe if I do this. No. Sorry, guys. This is different than what I was using before. Well, let's highlight again. So I want this, but I don't want it to make it into any shapes. Oh well. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be my friend. Let's make it a little thinner, maybe that'll work. Okay, so 138 minus 17. So this, just by looking at it, we can see we don't need to write it vertically. Why? Let's look at our ones. 8 minus 7, can I do that? Yes, I can. Let's look at our tens. 3 minus 1, I can do that too. And then hundreds, it's 1 minus nothing, so it stays 100. So you say 100, 3 minus 1 is 2. Oh my goodness. 2. And 8 minus 7 is 1. 121 is your answer. Okay? You can do it mentally. So go through these questions here and figure out which ones can you do mentally and which ones do you need to write out. If you need to write them up and down, you have all the space over here. Okay? That's what you're going to do on that side. On the next page, same thing, using mental math or vertically. Whoops, this is 378 minus 119. I don't know why it ended up that way. Same thing over here, mental math or write it up and down. Subtraction now. No more addition for this lesson, it's subtraction. Okay, more practice. When it says place value discs, that's place value drawings. Okay. Now, over here, we're going to solve using mental math or vertical. And if you use vertical, I want you to check your work using addition. Actually, even if you do mental math, check your work using addition. Now, remember we did this a couple months ago. Let's look at the first one that they did for you already. 153 minus 31. Now, this one you can use mental math. Why? Because let's go to the place value. 3 minus 1 is 2. We do that in my head. 5 tens minus 3 tens equals 2 tens. 100 minus no hundreds, 0 hundreds is still 1. Ooh. Ay. Let's fix this too. Sorry. 2. Better. Okay. So now how do we use addition to see if we're right? Okay, remember what we do. Once you get that answer here, we're going to put it to the top right here. Okay. And then we're going to add what we subtracted, the other part. Remember, part equals whole. Okay, so we're going to take the other part, the smaller number, and we're going to put it over here. And then we're going to go ahead and add it. And if we get this number right here, 153, then we got it correct. If you added 122 plus 31, and you get it, or whatever you got here, if you added it to 31 and you got something different, then you know you got your answer wrong. Okay, so it's fact families. You're just switching the parts and the wholes to check. Okay, we've done this before, so this is just a review. So that's what you're going to do over here. More subtraction. So all subtracting 3-digit numbers. And then the very last question says, complete the number sentence modeled by the place value discs. So blank minus blank equals 215. So I want you to look at this. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds, 3 tens, and then count up all these ones. See what number that gives you. And then all the ones that they crossed out is the number that they subtracted. Finish the subtraction sentence. So let's see if you guys can figure that out. Okay. So again, do what you can. It's a lot of subtraction problem. You don't need to do them all. If your parents tell you to do them all, do them all. Okay. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the questions tab. Questions for Miss Rodriguez. Hopefully you guys have a great Thursday. I'm not going to assign too much for Spanish and science because again, it is a PD day. And I might not be available right away to answer your questions, but I'm going to try. Okay? Bye, guys. See if I could stop this. There we go.